Hi, Oliver. We've had big news today from Standard Chartered Bank. Lots of changes across the board. Could you tell me about some of them?
Yeah, a big clean sweep of the board. The bank calls it orderly succession planning. It looks like something far more radical than that. The chairman's going to leave. There's a new chief executive who's coming on. The head of their Asian business is leaving, and 3 non-executive directors are leaving. So a lot of changes. The biggest is the change in the chief executive position. Peter Sands, who's been chief executive since 2006, is going to step down this summer. He'll be replaced by Bill Winters, a former JP Morgan banker who's quite widely known and quite well respected. He was part of the Independent Commission on Banking here in the UK. So he's got a long background in the industry. He'll be taking over as the new chief executive.
And what changes do we expect Mr. Winters to make?
Well, there's a lot for him to address. Standard Chartered has performed quite badly. Its share price has performed very badly. It's down about 28% in the past year. And whether you look over 1 year, 3 years or 5 years, the share price has underperformed most other big major global banks. So he really needs to win back investor confidence. Now, how will he do that? There's a few things to do, but first he has to address the balance sheet, which Standard Chartered has always said is very good and very strong. But their capital ratio is 10.7%, which is it's a kind of adequate but not great. So the first thing he might need to do is raise capital. Now, it's not clear how much, but analysts at Bernstein think maybe $6 billion will be required to get to the balance sheet in a similar state to where, say, HSBC has it. It might be able to make some disposals, but I think a rights issue or other capital raising will be one of the first things that the market will be expecting from Bill Winters.
And then once the capital raising is done, what other sort of changes can we expect?
Well, he really needs to look at the strategy. Standard Chartered has been a great growth story. It's grown on the back of growth generally in Asian economies, which is where most of its activity is. And if you look at under Peter Sands, pre-tax profits have grown from about 3 billion, 6 billion. So it's been a fantastic growth story. But Asia is slowing down and Standard Chartered is slowing down with it, and it's kind of struggling to get to grips with that. So the bank has made some small strategic changes. I think people will be expecting something a bit more radical from Bill Winters in terms of how he's going to position the bank to better cope with slowing growth in Asia. The other thing he really needs to do is to have a better relationship with the US regulators. Relationship between the bank and the US regulators has been fairly strained in recent years, so Bill Winters will have to improve that.
Lots to watch for then. Thank you.